Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the Loaftcast. I'm your host, Cena. That's Arya. That's Ruse. That's Daniel. Today, we're only talking about one thing only. Fucking Pokemon Go. We have a WhatsApp group for our entire, gaming thing. Non-stop. Pokemon Go. Shut the fuck up. I'm sick of it. But these guys have been playing way too much Pokemon Go. And, sorry, Arya and Daniel have been playing. Yeah. Ruse hasn't played yet.
I'm going to wait. And it's really hard, though.
Yeah, so, Ruse is probably, I don't know how you haven't played it, first of all.
Listen, man, we let's not talk about it. Let's go.
Oh, so, I purposely haven't played it because, A, I'm tired of people talking about it, and B, I don't have enough space on my phone. But, quickly, what is Pokemon Go right now?
Arya, you want to take this? You seem super into this.
It's basically a new mobile game for Pokemon in particular. They're talking about... let's go. Fuck, I messed up right now.
Augmented reality?
Yeah, I'm trying to think right now. How do I describe it right now?
Augmented reality is the best way to
say it. So Niantic had an app prior to this called Ingress.
Okay.
Which was essentially a bit more robust, but the idea was that you're getting out in the world, going to particular real world locations, and when you're there, you're, I don't remember the point of Ingress, but once you were in those hotspots, you were interacting with other people.
So it's like Nier on PS Vita.
I don't know what you're talking about because it's on Vita. But
I'm not even gonna go there with puns today.
No one knows how Nier works.
I run the Vita again. Let's not talk about it though.
But yeah, no. So it's kind of taking that core element from Pokemon and then applying it to real world locations, and it's getting people outdoors and walking around and just checking out the city. And then they've got a little dumb mini game where they swipe their phone and try to catch dumb Pokemon, and it's stupid and it's a lot of fun.
And it's not stupid, and it's a lot of fun, and I'm waiting for it to come to Canada to play it the right way, guys. I'm just saying, the right way.
Well, more importantly, to go back to it, they did also add... It's not the exact same as Pokemon, like Red, Blue, or the ones that are out right
and that's
now.
important, I think.
So you're just going out there catching Pokemon... That's really it. It's just trying to get people to go interact outdoors, go to these locations, and get people out. That's the gist of it.
So, who's bound to have it? Okay, so these Pokemon are randomly generated, or someone places the Pokemon in specific locations?
They're geolocation, basically. So if you're close by a body of water, I'm assuming there's going to be Staryu.
Okay, that's kind of
close by. But outside of that, I haven't really seen a Magikarp in the middle of the road.
Okay.
The only thing, close by a body of water downtown Toronto, I saw a Staryu. Yeah. And that was the closest I got to one of the rarest Pokemon I've seen so far.
Okay.
So it's a dumb app. Let's not get out of hand here. It's not very robust. You're not doing anything very complex. It's a pretty simple, dumb, charming little thing. But yesterday, I went downtown, met my friend, and we went on a Pokemon adventure.
That's pretty.
I've heard about this from multiple people too. That's a thing now. You go catch Pokemon with groups of friends
for Pokemon out in the real world. We went down to if you're in Toronto, we went down to the ferry that takes you to Center Island.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
There are 3 Pokestops very close to one another in the same just kind of park area, and people were using these things called lures, which are basically you throw them out, and for I think half an hour, more Pokemon will just appear in the vicinity.
Do you buy those with microtransactions, or do you randomly?
I think you can, but you will also get them just by random when you go to Pokestops. You can replenish your Pokemon, your Pokeballs. You can get revives and things like that.
Okay.
And you can get these lures. So people were activating these lures, and there was just this mob of Pokemon just continually popping up in this spot. Really cool. And there was a crowd of, I want to say, 30 to 50 people.
Wow.
Sitting around, smoking, walking their dogs, hanging out in circles,
just catching Pokemon.
It kind of really changed things a lot. And what was really weird was I was talking to my friend about, I don't have a Mankey. I want to go get a Mankey. There should be one nearby. And a guy came over, overheard us, and said, "Oh, guys, do you have Dratini?" And we were like, "No, we haven't seen a Dratini yet." He's like, "I was just walking down the boardwalk back over there. 2 Dratinis. You should go check it out."
That's insane. Okay, sorry to cut you off, but I've been reading a lot on Reddit about how this thing, it's more than a game. It's become a phenomenon in days.
Yeah.
It's more...
Biggest selling mobile app ever, right?
Well, like
stock goes up 25%
so
in a week.
this is
they're selling $14 million just in the U.S. App Store alone.
So
for iTunes, only iTunes, not even Android.
that's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
These are a few things I've read on Reddit. Okay, Pokemon Go's success adds 7.5 billion to Nintendo's market value. That was 2 days ago. 5 days ago, their stock increased by 8.84%. It's definitely skyrocketed from there, no doubt. Pokemon Go has already made 14 million, which you already touched on, and Nintendo shares jumped 25% as Pokemon Go dominates U.S. App Store, and that was 3 days ago. So we can see the difference in the stock price. This thing, as I said before, it's more than a game. It's something you share with other people, which I like. Can you guys think of a bigger Nintendo software release than this? I can.
So,
other than maybe like super. The new Super Mario Bros. Was kind of big. Was not kind of big. It was
Mario
really
Maker
big when it came out.
Was a console.
Mario Maker 2.
Think about this: they're not selling a console. They just have to get people
That's it,
to install a free-to-play game,
And everyone-
maybe spend $5 within the game. You have other people who are dropping like $140 US alone.
That's insane.
It's Android and iOS. What is that? 50-50 down the middle?
Well, there's like probably like 10%
Yeah.
playing like maybe on Windows, BlackBerry.
Yeah, right. I'm just saying in general.
Yeah.
Android, iOS, Google Play Store, App Store.
Yeah.
Game over.
It
They
is.
have
Yeah.
access to it, and
Yeah.
it's Pokemon. They're like, oh, I don't want to buy a
Yeah.
Nintendo. Everyone's like, yes, I love Pokemon, but I kind of don't want to buy a Nintendo because of the library of games, what we've discussed
Yeah.
before. It's on a freaking phone.
Exactly.
Look, your phones.
Everyone has
have our phones.
access to it.
and so,
You just
and here's another thing too is maybe I should have been a little bit more prepared and done some research. But when is Sun and Moon coming out?
It's coming out in November, I believe.
So
November
you've
18?
got-
I think November 18.
You've got a pretty short road from today to launch of Sun and Moon,
Yeah.
and everyone
Yeah.
is just salivating over Pokemon. Like, how better can you
You're right,
set
yeah,
the world
yeah.
up to launch your game?
One more question. How many Pokemon are actually available? Is it just the
It
whole
looks
library?
to
I
be
think so,
the
two-
first
I saw
151
250.
so far.
151?
I haven't seen any of like.
Oh my
the
God, it's
second
only
So,
the-
so the Pokédex does a weird thing where it basically
First
lists
generation.
all the way up to the last Pokemon you've seen. So, for example, a couple days ago, Tauros is number like 1.
One of the
20
latest
or
ones
something,
in the 120.
on the Pokédex. So my list only showed up to 120 something. I was like, oh, that's it. They don't even have a 150.
Yeah.
As soon as I caught that Dratini, thanks to my boy down at the
Yeah,
waterfront,
that guy.
My Pokédex jumped all the way up to like 148. So who knows? They could have much more.
You know what? That's not a weird thing. That's how it's always been.
But
Is that right?
Yeah. It's like the newer gen. Well, you haven't played most
I've only
recent.
played This is setting me up. I've only played the original up to Yellow.
but that's the thing.
You've piqued my interest, Nintendo.
That's the
Yeah.
but
It's
if you
because of the
think
question
about it,
marks go endlessly. That's
That's
why.
the first generation of Pokemon. So who are they going to branch out to? They're going to try to branch to everyone. They're not going to come out with second generation, third generation Pokemon right now because maybe no one's ever played it. I'm pretty sure you haven't even touched.
No, I've played Pokemon since Red. I didn't even play Yellow.
Exactly. So if you account in, I don't even think you know like the evolvations of Totodile right
Absolutely not. I don't know
So-
what that is. That's gibberish.
now. Account in if you
Total
were to-
dial him out right now. Huh?
if I gave you
No.
Squirtle right now, what are you going to tell me?
Oh, War Turtle, but are you kidding
And
me?
what's after that? Blastoise. You already know.
Yeah.
So there's no question. The reason why they did this is just put 151 out. Probably future down the line with future updates, we're probably going to push out more. But right now, I feel like it's just that. Maybe with the eggs, you might get a rare Pokemon from like the next generation. Maybe Togepi, something randomly like that. That's at best, really.
What about Executor though?
Guys, a question for you. Do you see Nintendo... We all know that they were really reluctant to kind of make mobile games and using their IPs on a mobile platform. Now that we're seeing this incredible growth with Pokemon, do you see them using this for any other game?
I think they just build on this. I think they're just going to do what
Just
he
strictly
said.
Pokemon?
150. The reason why everyone knows 150 is, man, everyone watched the TV show.
Yeah.
think we're
You guys
talking
all
about-
watched the
we're
TV
talking
show.
about-
Like other franchises? Like,
Pokemon.
yeah,
Oh,
like
yeah, I'm
any
talking
like
about
franchises.
The YTV, Gotta Catch 'Em All, theme songs. They made a rhyme, not even a rhyme, but they made the song at the end. Everyone started catching on, remembering it. But I don't know, like second generation, third generation by heart. But like, I mean, if we sit here for like 15, 20 minutes, I'd probably name every single
But
Pokemon.
also,
No,
count this,
Every
you
generation.
count this in. So in every generation afterwards, there's still first generation Pokemon.
Yeah.
You still see them throughout the
They
game.
still carry. They just keep adding onto it.
Yeah, so you still see them through in and throughout from generations 2 and onwards. So people
That's right.
are still recognizing them and relating with them and be like, oh, this is just that Pokemon from this game in third generation.
Yeah.
I think
So
it's going to
catch.
be really interesting to see if Pokemon Go evolves into something a little more robust. I know Niantic
Was that a pun there? there, Evolve.
It really now this
free
is
to
the second
play.
time it's happened accidentally. It might change and grow into something a little more robust, a little different. Niantic has, I believe, confirmed that they're thinking about introducing trading.
That's how was that not in it before? First of all, like trading is an integral part of Pokemon.
Well, I mean, again, going back to how reluctant Nintendo was to kind of venture into the mobile kind of space. I think Niantic, with the initial kind of soft launch of Go, there's been server issues. I think that they were kind of setting out feelers to be like, I think that's something that you wanted to talk about a bit later, maybe to like close things off, was did Nintendo really, or Niantic or the Pokemon Company, like really have a good idea? Did they have a good prediction as to like the kind of reaction people?
Definitely not. Mm-hmm. Definitely not. We're seeing. So it's not only gaming news outlets reporting about Pokemon Go, it's everyone.
Yeah.
My friend, she's in a group chat with all of her friends. They're talking about Pokemon Go. I didn't even know girls play Pokemon.
Yeah, they do.
So like,
they do.
I saw stuff on like BuzzFeed about it and all these other news sites. Like, this is more than just a gaming thing. It's available on everyone's phone, as you mentioned before. It's
not just that. Today, I saw it on Twitch. 2 different streams. People walking around in public with a webcam strapped to their.
That's hilarious.
And another phone for their Twitch chat. This guy, Summit1G, very popular guy. I'm not sure if you guys watch him.
No idea who he is.
He has like 25,000 people watching him walk around a park.
That's insane.
And he actually had someone stream snipe him and come to him to the park. So imagine how much more interaction you're seeing with people. Again, people walking around telling you where to go catch Pokemon.
It's only been it's been less than a week too. Like
Well, here's the thing. Relation to I haven't played the game, but I did a little bit of research, unfortunately, because I'm like looking at all these things, but I'm like, I'm not gonna play it. So they have something coming out since we don't have it in Canada officially. July 31st is the target date. They're gonna come out with Pokemon Go Plus. Okay. It's basically going to be $49.99.
$49.99.
It's an attachment.
You just lost Cena.
Anyways,
Cena's out.
So yeah, guys. So basically, it's $49.99. It's a little. It looks like a little pin attachment here. It's just like one of those little.
It's a peripherals thing.
Yeah.
And what it's used for? What it's actually used for is when you approach the vicinity, it's going to vibrate. So it can determine even closer range.
That's genius.
For Pokemon.
It's a great idea.
And you can buy it in IGN $49.99. If you guys want to get it.
Just for something that vibrates, personally, no, I'll hold off from it. But again, I'm not going to spend money in a microtransaction game. This is in my opinion, this game is almost play to win. Almost. Again, you have to pay for items and all that stuff. Sure, you can go walk around from location to location, but if you're not downtown Toronto, I don't live downtown Toronto. I live north.
Yeah.
Like GTA area.
Walk
around. By the way, my dog is incredibly happy of the amount of walking
that's amazing.
But me personally, hate it right now, especially in my neighborhood. Nothing. 0 Pokestops. 0 Pokemon just walking around in the middle of the street.
Well, Maria...
4 hours walking around, not a single Pokemon
But here's the
in my
thing,
neighborhood.
man. If Ash walked around Pallet Town trying to catch his...
You're not going to find anything.
If you want to be a master, man, you got to get out there and you got to travel.
I'm in the middle of a path.
Fuchsia. You got
Pewter? I think Pewter.
You expect like a patch of grass, like a pathway. There'd be like an Oddish or something. Yeah. Rat-a-tat. Fuck, I've been happy with that. Even a Weedle, for fuck's sakes. Give me a Kakuna, I'll do Harden all day. Doesn't matter. Didn't get that shit.
By the way, I want to ask Niantic a question directly to the camera now. Why did you decide that Toronto should just be filled with Drowsies? Was that like a direct attack against us?
Yeah, we're lazy and sleepy
elephant men. Like what was that? Why
I saw someone call their drowsy Bill Cosby. And I was like,
oh, that's pretty funny.
That is awful.
That's funny.
It's so good.
Oh, that's funny. Come on.
Question: Can you fight other Pokemon and other people, or is it strictly
only at the gym? So that's where it's also again.
So do you level up your guys? Obviously, like you can level up.
The more you catch of that same guy, you trade him to like the Professor Oak, I'm assuming, or whatever it is.
Willow.
And yeah,
it's some other asshole.
Yeah. So it's another tree.
Yeah, pretty much. That's the whole thing. Come on, guys.
He's like hipster Professor Oak.
And
he's like, hey man, he's like windswept.
Nice.
And like he's got like sun damage. He's like, hey man, you're gonna go on a Pokemon adventure now. So it's like I hate him. I hate Professor Oak.
So
I already don't like him. I have no idea.
Not to go off topic, but This is 150, the originals, and we're getting Willow instead of
151
Oak.
actually. There
151?
is apparently Mew under
Mew?
a car somewhere. I don't know where exactly. I'm not lying. I saw.
I'm
the
so
post on
excited to
the
do this. So I'm gonna go all the way to Detroit to go look under a car just to get.
All I gotta say is
That's
you are not gonna have your phone out in Detroit, and you
You're
will
gonna
not
get
be alive in 10 seconds in Detroit.
We should also talk about the cons that have been happening.
okay. Like quickly, so apparently someone lured people in, and then
3 people were
like
luring people
were
away.
getting robbed.
Yeah,
Like
with gunpoint and all that.
that's
stuff.
just like things that you don't anticipate seeing. So it's like I'm interested to see how Nintendo's going to address that. I'm interested to see how they're going to push it further. Like what's in store
again, I
for
count this
Pokemon
in.
Go.
It's if you're in an area where again you're walking towards and it looks like a sketchy area and there's a Pokestop there. You should be aware of your surroundings. You shouldn't just be looking at your phone, looking down the entire time,
Yeah.
and then look up. You're at gunpoint.
I 100% agree with you. I came within inches of walking into a wall on my phone, so it's
If
gonna
you
happen
thought
to everyone, man.
if you thought
You gotta
text
pay
walking was bad,
$49.99 and get
Pokemon
that
Go
item, man. It's gonna
way
vibrate and
worse.
you'll move out of the way.
I'm just saying, I can laugh at people walking to traffic on their phones, but
Can't you see the wall in front of you because it's all like you can see your camera?
no, you're seeing like a top-down animated map, and then when you're
Oh.
actually
It's
catching
augmented
the
reality,
okay.
not
turns
virtual.
on,
Okay.
and then,
Yeah.
It's like Google Maps, basically.
I mean, I don't
So
think-
that's a
I don't want to get into it. I was going to tell a story, but I think we're short
yeah
on time.
yeah. I think we've
Funny thing, someone actually live stream fell into the water.
that's awful.
What are they doing?
I guys did it. All right, guys, that is our Loaftcast for Pokemon Go.
Prediction: Pokemon Snap may be coming.
Oh my
That's
god!
a good call. We should do a future
Yes,
episode
No
on
prediction, prayers
Yes.
for that. I want
Pokemon
Pokemon
Go.
I would not be
in the
surprised
future.
if it
I
came
want
on
that.
mobile.
I will
And that was the
Pokemon
one thing
snap
I
at
held
you for
back-
lying.
I
See that
held
idea?
back from holding.
He
for
came
you
up with
guys.
it.
I could have said it on WhatsApp towards you guys, but I just waited till this one moment.
Oh,
Pokemon
man.
Snap. They've already made a light version of it right now.
All right, we're ending this
So,
podcast because I'm going to develop it myself.
I'm so down.
All right, guys, that was a Loaftcast. Hope you enjoyed it. If you do, like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. I'm Cena. That's Arya. That's Rose. That's Dan. We're blasting off. Peace.